Okay, so I'm going to fold the towel in half, push that one down under the far leg, and this one tucks into the pant line, and then we're going to lubricate with Effleurage. Don't forget the foot and coming under the leg, although we have oiled it already when we did the back of the legs. So again, we've got a hairy thigh, so we're going to use a little bit more oil so we don't pull the hairs. Okay, so starting right at the toes, nice lunge position. So we want to effleurage up the shin, not too firm over the shin, lightly over the knee, but your body weight into the thigh. Divide your hands, come down the side, one hand on the top, one underneath, and a nice foot cuddle. So don't lose contact at the end. Effleurage up and back and lightly into the foot. So we're effleuraging up with pressure, but not too much over the bones. Coming more into the thigh with your weight and back with the foot cuddle. So effleurage up, over the thigh, lightly back with a foot cuddle. So I'm going to do one more. So hands facing one another and then coming down the sides on the way back. Then we're going to support with the outside hand, up the shin, back on the inside. Trying not to wipe our bodies over your client's toes, which doesn't feel very nice. So just making sure you keep clear of the foot. So up the shin, back on the outside. So again, keeping the hand in contact. We don't want just to be using the fingers. We want the whole hand. Neither do we just want to use the heel of hand and lift the fingers either. Effleurage is using the whole hand, moulding to the contours of the body. So then we're going to effleurage up to link and support with the right while we come up the thigh, up over the quads, back on the inside. So we've got the rectus femoris. It's the most superficial muscle underneath my hand. I don't know if you can see the little bit of erythema I've got coming. So that little bit of redness is pushing the circulation into that stagnant area at the moment with nutrients. So it's showing there's a little bit of a problem in that muscle. So we're coming up the middle and back on the inside. Pressure's on the way up. And I'm going to change hands, up the middle, back on the outside. Up the middle, back on the outside. So I'm applying pressure with the whole of the hand and the fingertips. So I've got a nice ripple running up the leg. And then lighter back when I come down the side. And this time I'm just going to finish off by doing one up and all the way down to link with a foot cuddle and finish with 3 or 4 effleurage each time. So coming up with pressure and lightly back. Lightly over the knee. And when you come over the foot, you're going to slow it down, a bit more pressure, pull off over the foot and flick it away. Then I'm going to uncover that side of the leg. Come round the other side. Fold the towel in half. tuck this one under the thigh. And then we're going to tuck the top one into the pant line. You want to come right the way up to the head of femur, so right the way up here. So if your client does have sort of boxer shorts on, you do need to roll up the leg a little bit so that you can do the whole leg. Otherwise, sometimes if they come to here, you're missing that much of leg. So we're going to lubricate again this side. So a bit more oil because I've got a hairy leg. There we are. Good. So a nice lunge, making sure you've got space between you and your client's leg. We're going to effleurage up, lightly over the knee, body weight into the thigh, come down the side, one hand underneath, one on the top, and we're going to cuddle the foot. Keeping contact, effleurage up, weight over the thigh, lightly back. When you get to the knee, one goes underneath, one on the top, and a foot cuddle. So pressure up, lightly over the knee, body weight into the thigh. And you should be moving your weight from one leg to the other. So as you come up, you're on the back leg. You get to the knee, you're going to come forward on the front leg. Apply your pressure with your body. And again, when you get to the knee, your weight and your hips are going to turn slightly. You're on the back leg. So coming up, body weight into the thigh, coming down the side, under the leg, and over the foot. So hold with the left. The right hand is going to come up the shin and back on the inside. So a little bit of pressure coming up, lightly back. Change hands, up the middle, back on the outside. Nice flow, consistent pressure. Keep the whole of your hand in contact, up the shin and lightly back. Then we're going to effleurage up to the thigh, up over the quads, back on the inside. So you've got your rectus femoris muscle right in the middle, and you're coming back over the adductors. Up the middle, back on the inside. So consistent pressure, not being in too much of a rush. And then you're going to change hands, up the middle, back on the outside. So it's all about the journey, not so much about the destination. We're not in a rush to get to the top. We're going to enjoy the whole move. Up the middle, back on the outside. And again, we've got that slight erythema coming as we come up over the rectus femoris, which is telling me that this is a tight quad. So coming up the middle, back on the outside. So the next time I'm going to effleurage up with both hands, back the middle, underneath with a nice foot cuddle as a link to bring me in to long effleurage to finish the leg. So if in doubt, if you ever forget what you're doing with a massage, you just go back to your effleurage till you remember what comes next. But you can do a really nice effleurage massage without any other movements. So on the next one, we're going to come up the leg, lightly back, and a nice foot cuddle. Flick it away. Untuck the towels. Keep your hand on straight away so that you keep contact with your client, which is really important. And maybe put the legs together when you've finished.